Well, now, songs, poems and stories have been written about the Mournes, and every year tourists from all over the world visit to experience the mountain's beauty and walk the wall, which, understandably, after over 100 years, is in need of a facelift. Rita put on her walking boots to lend a hand.
One morning fair, I took the air down by Blackwater side.
The Mournes in all their splendour. And the jewel in the crown, the longest man-made structure in Ireland, is in need of a little TLC. Phew, I'm done in. I've been walking for about an hour and a half by my reckoning, and as you can see behind me, I finally caught up with the restoration team. It's been quite a challenging walk for me so far. I can't imagine what it must have been like all those years ago for the original stonemasons who built this beauty. And why is it here? Well, Belfast, with its rapidly expanding population, needed a new water supply and looked to the Mournes for help.
So at the beginning of the 1800s, it was 20,000. By the end, by 1890, it was 350,000. One of the choices was Loughshannagh, but the quality of the water coming from the Mournes, the quality of the water seeping out of the granite rocks down into the valleys, down into the rivers, was just godsend.
Northern Ireland Water own the wall, so we have an obligation to maintain the wall. Originally, the water in the catchment flowed just down the hills and into a pipeline and off to Belfast. So you wanted to keep sheep, cattle, whatever, out of that area to stop what they do naturally and maybe polluting the water sources. There was no treatment of the water back in the early 1900s. So that's why the wall was built originally.
And so after 18 years, this incredible wall stretching 22 miles and standing 8 feet tall in places was completed. What a feat of engineering, what a wonderful monument. Over 100 years later, brothers Andrew and Brian follow on in the footsteps of their ancestors.
Well, we're the 5th generation of stonemasons in our family, and our father was a stonemason, his father was a stonemason, and actually our grandfather worked on this wall.
On this very wall?
Paddy,
on the original
yes.
wall?
He worked on the original wall, yes. Well, I think they were hardy men then because they had to cut the stone out of the mountain. We actually were only fixing the wall back, the stone already here.
And do you often think about them when you're up here chipping away?
We, as the guys always talk about them, like you have to take your hat off to them. They were hardy men.
There's one thing restoring the wall, and that's fantastic, but to have made it all those years ago, are you proud of them?
Very much so, very much so.
And of course, the Mournes are loved by ramblers and wayfarers from all over the world. I mean, it was quite a challenging walk for me coming the whole way up here, but it's absolutely beautiful, breathtaking when you get here. And then when you see the wall at the end of it, do you know what I mean? It's like a bit of a gift when you get up here.
It's a guide. If you're stuck with the mist or whatever, the wall is your guide. See, if you walk with the wall, you walk up and you walk back down in the mist. So it's really a walker's paradise.
It really is a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is, yes. And to be able to be out and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's heaven. Most of the year we spend in the Mournes.
Right.
And this year we went to Sicily.
And how does the Mournes compare?
Well, the Mournes is fast. It's on our doorstep for a start. So you have distance from Newcastle to Rostrevor. On the weekend we'd have probably about 80 to 100 active members out.
Fantastic.
With leaders in place to facilitate that number.
Now tell me, lads, are all your workers as fit and sprightly as your young selves?
Very good,
We're on their 4th mountain out of 15, and you walk along, you see the repairs that they've done, and it's a good piece of engineering. Give it 2 years and you'll not even see where they've had to chip stones to replace them.
Granite is effectively what the Mournes are made of. It's what the Mourne Wall is made of. It's what the stones that you can see around you are made of. But on top of that then, they were sculpted by ice. And the big valleys that you can see, the Silent Valley, Annalong Valley, all of these valleys were sculpted out by great glacial ice flows flowing out into the Irish Sea. And it's all here, and it's all to be seen, and everybody should come to the Mournes to see the quality of the landscape that we have here.
And so, after getting fairly weather-beaten, we bid farewell to the Mournes for now.
Now, that's what I call a fixer-upper. I always expect 4 seasons in one day in the stunning Mournes. Now, please stay with me as the fantastic singer